Hey, how's it going? And today we're taking a quick look at the Unreal Editor for Fort Nite. I've honestly never played Fort Nite since it's going to be where the scripting language Verse is going to be used. I figured might as well get into learning Verse, so here we go. So it's available in the Unreal Editor for Fort Nite. So the first thing you got to do is download Fort Nite. Well, to download the editor for Fort Nite, where Verse is used, you got to have Fort Nite. So I'm downloading Fort Nite and Unreal Editor at both at the same time. So this is kind of a long process. It must be a huge file, or I don't know if the network's busy, but this is the first step to getting started. And it won't be under your Unreal Engine tab, it'll be under the library tab. So if you come in just straight to library, that's where it'll download to. And like you see, I don't have anything in here that shows you how much I play the actual games. So anyway, do that first, and then we'll come back and go from there. And I'm still here. I'm just still waiting for this thing to download. I don't know if you're looking at the time over here, but it's been 20 minutes, and we're almost at the 50% mark. And I don't know if it's because they're downloading at the same time or whatever, but I say give yourself a good hour. Actually, I would say get this downloaded and then go about your day. Go wash your car, go watch a movie, maybe take the family out, your friends for dinner or something, and then come back. This is going to take a while for this to download. That's exactly what I'm going to do right now, because I'm not going to just I can't do anything until this is done downloading. So, okay, I just checking in. Hey, how's it going? So it's finally downloaded, and here we go. So we go into our library. And I've already taken it for a spin a couple times, so this is like my third time around. Fort Nite's downloaded, and Unreal Editor for Fort Nite are downloaded. And what I can tell you is basically they're inextricably connected. So what'll happen is we'll go into the editor, and we'll be able to build our world, do our things, create basically a world from kind of scratch. We'll be just starting with a device, and we're just going to enter a line of code just to show you where Verse is, how you could modify the code, build the code, and then see it displayed. To see the code displayed, unfortunately, for better or worse, we have to go in to Fort Nite. So what it's going to do is create a little Fort Nite world for us. So it's not like where you're in Unreal Engine and you build your world and you press play and you're immediately in that world. It doesn't work like that. Here it's a lot more of a process to get into the Fort Nite world, to see it play out, to see your code and to see the results of your work in that level. So it's kind of weird. So you can come in here in the editor, take us like a minute, 30 seconds maybe to write our code, and then it's going to take 2 minutes for the Fort Nite to initiate its thing so we can see it play out. And then to get out of Fort Nite and back into here, that's even more of a process to go. So to go from here to here is like maybe a minute, and to go from here, from the play simulation to see your verse code back into here is like 2 or 3 minutes, and you'll see what I mean. So it's totally different for me, and so I'm trying not to be snarky. And I realize this is a beta, so maybe this will change. They'll figure out a way to get from here to here faster, to get from your coding to testing it, see what it looks like. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. So we'll go ahead and click this to launch it. If you don't have Visual Studio Code installed on your system, you might be prompted to have that installed. So this is all a very interesting process, and you can see it's in beta. So I'm assuming these things will be worked out in time, and you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean in just a minute here. Okay, so this is basically our starter world, and when it first starts, we get kind of this starter screen, and there's your first hour here that's probably worth watching. I haven't watched that yet. And there's developer community and all this, but we're just going to say done on that. And then what we're going to do is just going to come in here to feature examples, and we're going to go to Verse Devices Starter. So this is a Verse code, I guess, related to a device. So I'm just going to call this Hello World 1. And they've actually already written Hello World for us. So It's just they've already even done that for us. We didn't even get a chance to do that. So now it's going to create the project, and you'll see what I mean in just a second here. Everything seems to take a little while longer. So this is basically a basic level. I guess you could think of this as a basic blank level, and there's nothing on it, and it's very similar to Unreal Engine. So if you're familiar with Unreal Engine, you'll be very comfortable in here. This whole interface is almost like a stripped down Unreal Engine. So this is the volumetric clouds, everything, the movement, the navigation, it's all very similar and the same. So if you know Unreal Engine, you're way ahead of the game on this. So anyway, when you come in here, I've already opened some of these files. If you come into creative devices, you'll see this is a device. So we drag it into the scene, and it's like a computer. You can hit F to get down to it. It's like a computer laptop. Obviously, it's some sort of, I'm imagining it's some sort of blueprint class or something. And can we drag other instances of it? Yeah, so this is some kind of blueprint class. If we click into it, what will we see? It's going to take us into not a blueprint, but into this code, right? So that's interesting, right? I guess this is our script here that instantiates all this. So here is, see where they have hello world. They, like I said, they already wrote it. They already wrote it for us. So, but just to write your first line of code, we can go print parentheses, and this is my first line of first code. What a day. Okay, and that's it. So then what you do is we come here and we go file, not file, yeah, we go file and we go save. So once you write the code in here, you go ahead and save it. And then we're done with our code. So as time goes on, you'll be writing a lot more code in here and comments, and that's a whole other series of tutorials, but I just wanted to show you how to get in here, write a line of code, and get out. So, and that's, you'll see what I mean in just a minute. So now we can just close this because we're done. Then what we have to do is, if we can, this will take us back into all that. If we go into it, that opens up Visual Studio again. But then we have to come up here and go to verse and go build verse code. And so we just had one line of code, so it built very quickly. And so we're done. How do we see the implementation of our code? Because this is just our, I don't know what you want to call this. This is just our workspace world here, where we construct worlds. And you'll see down here, down on the content browser, there's all kinds of, there's a ton of props down here. I mean, it's insane, really, how much stuff is down here. It's incredible. I'm curious if you can get these assets out of here and into Unreal Engine, because there's just, it's unbelievable. I mean, toilets, I mean, look at all this stuff. It's insane. So this is where you'd build your world, right? Okay, so then anyway, what we do here is we go launch session. So we have to, it's going to want us to save what we've done here. So this is the part that I'm telling you is the time-consuming part. So we're in the editor part right now, and now we're connecting to the Fort Nite part to be able to see the implementation of this world, and you see the lag it's taking, the time that it's taking. It's still loading the session. So this is the part that seems like a little bit of a bottleneck. So you'd build your world down here, and however long that's going to take. See, now it's connecting up to the Fort Nite game. So this is where I say it's different from developing in Unreal Engine, because there's this huge lag from the editor to the gameplay scenario in Fort Nite, and it's got to go through all its process. I guess it gives you little tips and tricks along the way, but you can imagine if you just made a change and wanted to see it right away, it's going to take a little while, especially maybe if you're building a world from scratch. I'm assuming this area here is the lobby. Now it's even worse when we want to go back. So this is just us going from the editor into Fort Nite, and all we want to see is the level that we built. those little changes that we built, so you can see what I'm talking about the lag. And now here we go. So this is kind of cool. I mean, this would be a great way to start your programming day, right? It's with a lot of flair, and your WSD keys work here. So there's what we built. You see it over there? There's the stuff we built. And we were interested specifically in our verse code. So can I bust stuff up? Oh yeah, okay. All right. So I'm having a bad day. I guess I can't bust that up. Maybe because it's a blueprint class. I don't know. Oh, I can bust that up. So I can't destroy everything. Okay. So anywho, if I want to see my first line of verse code, I hit tab and I go to log. You ready? This is my first line of verse code. Wow. And that's it. That's it. Yeah. And I guess the last code is the biggest one. So that's it. Can you believe that? That's it. Now look at this. Let's say I want to get the hell out of here now. What do I got to do? I go back. I hit escape. Like in game. I think they should put a function in here. Does this get me out faster? Return to lobby. Yeah. I don't know if I want to go to the lobby. I don't know if there's any faster way out. Like if you know of a faster way. Because you got to go through this. And let's just skip at that. And see, you can't even do anything here. You're stuck here. I'm trying to sell you something. I want out. I want out. Now, see, look at this one. Finally. See? See what you had to go through? Do I want... Yes, I do. Or now I'm back in... Now, I hope I'm not reading that wrong. I don't know if there's a faster way back in here. But that seems like a lot to kind of go through to go from... Now I'd go back to coding here, right? So if I was going back to coding, and then as I'm learning my verse code, you know, I'd be doing my math and all this and stuff like that. So this is where we would be programming in our verse script. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. I wasn't trying to drag it out longer than it needed to be, but this at least gives you an idea of what this is all about. And I plan to do more tutorials on verse as I get more familiar with the language myself. So take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.